What's up, YouTube? This is Iron Squire. Yeah, sorry that I don't have all the videos uploaded yet for the Protoss tutorial. It's just, it's actually rendering right now. Or not rendering, it's uploading to YouTube right now while I'm, commentating through this. So, yeah, that should be up soon. And, yes, this will be my Terran tutorial video. Now, I chose Terran and not Zerg, which, Zerg is my main race, but I chose Terran for them too, if I switched to Protoss. I chose Terran and not Zerg because they are a lot like the Protoss in some respects. Like, they have workers like this, they build workers the same, just out of the main building, whereas Zerg do that a little differently, and when I do their video, I'll make sure to explain the difference, because it's a really, really big difference. If I don't, make sure to rage me in the comments, because I'd actually, like, want to do that. It actually would be very helpful for a lot of people. But yes, this is the Terran Dominion. Now, the Terrans are different from the Protoss. As you can tell, first of all, their workers look different. They look like a Texan in a trucker hat with smoking a cigarette, right? I almost said cigar. But yes, their workers are called SCVs. And instead of building pylons, they build supply depots. Now, whereas pylons regenerate the psychic emissions of the Protoss, supply depots are kind of like where the supplies are stored for the Terran army. And also, this is another major difference. The Protoss went down, like, laid down a beacon for a building, and it started to warp in. And I could tell the probe, okay, go back to mine. But look at this. This guy actually has to build the building. And there it is. That's the supply depot. Throw in a couple more of those guys.
Ah! You scared me!
So they actually have to build a supply depot, or the barracks, which is what I'm building right now. See, he actually has to build the barracks. Whereas the probe could just walk away. So that's the main difference. I mean, there's a couple other differences. Like, the supply depots here, they can lower into the ground. So he can walk over it now. Very helpful. Like, I've seen a lot of players start out building a supply depot right there in front of their receiving geyser, and they just lower it so the SCVs can still get over to the gas. I don't know exactly why they do it. I don't know the advantage, but I just know it's something different. Okay. Now this game, I kind of want to talk about what the Terrans are, what are they, where did they come from, kind of the storyline behind them. But I also kind of want to talk about how I set my hotkeys, because I didn't really get into that. I didn't really get into why. Okay, why is my base 4? Why is my main attack building 9? Okay.
What's going on?
Build refinery. You build another SCV. And once you're done, build another barracks. Okay. Shifting. Okay. Now, the Terran have a little something different. Whereas Protoss units required different buildings to unlock like the rest of these, Terrans require what is called an add-on. And add-ons, there's two different types of add-ons. There's a tech lab and a reactor. A tech lab allows you to access more advanced units, whereas a reactor allows you to build 2 units at the same time. So I'll build one of both, and then I'll show you what they do. Why are you guys out?
In the rear with big job.
Oops, misclick. That's what a misclick's called, by the way. Like, misrallying it somewhere. Like, if I were to tell him, go my mineral, and I accidentally click off of it, and he's doing nothing. That's a misclick. Okay, they have enough gas to start building a reactor. And a reactor, by the way, costs 50 minerals, 25 gas. Let's see if I have that correct. No, 50 minerals, 50 gas. It's the tech lab that requires 50 minerals, 25 gas. Alright, let's start building that.
In the rear with the gear.
Come over here.
Right. Bad news. You're the boss.
Yeah. Okay, it's the same thing with the Protoss. I wouldn't recommend building, like, one gateway, which would inevitably lead to you not having enough units to fight. I'd recommend building, like, 4 barracks, or depends what build you're going. And like, if you're going for Marines, let's say, then yeah, build a lot of barracks. Like, there's a building called a factory. Like, I'll build normally 2 factories, because you're not going to be building like 20 tanks at a time, right? Because they're really, really expensive. Whereas you can build a lot of Marines at a time. Let's start doing that. Okay. See, it's starting to train 2 Marines at one time. It still costs the same. Don't get me wrong, it still costs the same, but it trains them a lot faster. Tech labs. Normally, I only like one reactor, because Marines normally aren't my favorite unit to build. They're just my basic unit that I liked building at the beginning, so...
This better be good.
Okay, I sent you all one.
That's fine.
Yeah, so there. That's normally about what I like to do. Okay, start training a couple more of you guys. Okay, now what is the tech lab I'd like to do? Well, you can see here, the Marauder and the Reaper are not available on the reactor, but the tech lab allows them to be available. The Marauder is like it says there, heavy assault infantry. It's really good against vehicles and armored units. So like against Marines, sorry about that. Against Marines, it's okay. It's not the greatest unit in the world, but it's still pretty decent. Alright, by the way, you can tell multiple workers to build something by selecting a bunch of them, pulling them off the mineral line. Hold the shift. Alright, let's select the building. Select the building. Supply depot, what am I doing? I'm so used to hitting the hotkeys. Hold shift, and then just keep, and build a bunch of supply depots. And they'll all go to build supply depots. I love Marauders. And they'll all go to build supply depots. And then, let's say this guy gets done first. He'll go over and build this empty supply depot area, and then he'll go back to mine. Whereas everyone else will just go back to mine. Okay. So this is the Marauder. He fires like these grenades out of his suit right there. It's pretty cool. Whereas these guys, they shoot like giant spikes from their guns. Okay. Storage this. Okay. Let's work on some upgrades. Because I worked on upgrades for the Protoss, let's work on some upgrades for the Terran. I'll just explain what they're all about.
Not enough minerals.
What? Oh, I'm thinking Zerg. Because Zerg, their refinery is called an extractor. It costs like 25 minerals, which is super cheap. Whereas for everyone else, it costs 75, so 15 Zerg. Okay.
This better be good. I've got a whole. You gonna give
Got a
me
whole
orders?
lot of love. Sorry, I like Marauders. They're just so cool. They're like the...
Don't leave me hanging.
Well, it says in the campaign that they're like, only like, it says like, only 38% of them have gone to jail. Yay! It's like such a good thing. It's so funny. No, I think it's 50% of them have gone to jail, 38% have gone to, are convicted of murder. I think they're cool. Anyway. Sorry, I'm nerding over my units in StarCraft. Okay.
What's going
Let's
on?
build a couple factories.
Move it. Big job, huh?
No.
Yo.
Now, there is a certain thing for the Terran. Their add-ons take up space. That's why you saw me move the factory over, because if I'd put it right here, there wouldn't be enough room for an add-on.
Gangway. Coming.
So that's why I had to move it. And also, here's another interesting thing about Terran buildings. Did I say that correctly? I feel like I slurred that. Here's another interesting thing about Terran buildings. They can fly. It's really cool. They're not the fastest fighters ever, but come on, it's a flipping building. It's not gonna fly all that fast. But it can fly. It's just so cool. Like, let's put it back. And you can land it on different add-ons. Like, if you want to switch add-ons, I don't know why you'd want to, but I see some people do it. I personally don't see why you'd want to, but some people do. So, heck, they're pros. I'm not. I'm a noob. But, okay. That's one of the interesting things. Like, if you're under attack and there's a bunch of ground units, and since they can't hit air, just lift off your building. It's like, aha, you can't hit me. Then, of course,